If I were to tell a friend very quickly what iZosh is about, I would say, you may really want to get involved with this group of women because we come together 3 times a year. We learn about women in extreme poverty, but we do something about it. We educate ourselves about what kinds of exploitation or oppression they may be facing in their life, and we contrast it with what our lives are like in North America as North American women. It broadens our horizons, but also it's something that's so positive because even though we're learning about something that is very devastating to us, we are able to do something, and that is we pool our money together, we talk about who we would like to fund, and then we fund those women with microloans, which turns out to be very exciting, very fun, and something that's so worthwhile of our time.
So iZosh has developed into an organization that's actually a ministry of our church here on Hills Church here in Ann Arbor. And it's an organization in which women can collectively pool their money and give money to women across the seas, all throughout the world, who are in extreme poverty and therefore are vulnerable to issues because of being in extreme poverty.
Well, what happens at an iZosh meeting is that first we gather, and usually there's a time right at the beginning before the meeting ever starts for women to come in, and as soon as they get their name tags, they get what we call stone voting. So they might get 3 stones and instructions to go into the room, and we have proposed recipients for these loans, all their information and their pictures up so the women can read about them. And let's say you had 3 stones. The last meeting we had 8 women up that you could read about, and you could vote with your 3 stones. So if you wanted to vote for a woman, there was a basket in front of her information and her picture, so you could put your stone in there. So before the meeting even starts, that's a fun activity that you can go around and chat with each other and make your first vote. Throughout the meeting, we will have other ways. We like to vary it, so it's fun, but we'll have other ways to propose women, to get to know them, and then we vote on those women for the microloans. The microloans go out that evening. So as soon as the money is collected in our dues, we model ourselves after a savings group that works with women in extreme poverty. So after those dues are collected, then we start funding those loans in real time, and we watch the loans go out. We call it pushing the button and watch it go. So we also are interested in education. So we educate ourselves, but what we do is we have, first of all, a speaker that goes deeper on one of these topics.
My husband is Ethiopian, and the word iZosh is an Ethiopian word, an Amharic word. And I asked him exactly what it meant because I'm fascinated with words and meaning. And to think that you're starting this organization with this very amazing word, I wanted to make sure I understood it fully. This is a word that you would only use for a woman. And you would use it if you were going to talk to someone who needs support because of a problem or even a tragedy. And it's a phrase and it's a word that you use for encouragement. But the most powerful thing that he said to me is, it's like you're telling someone, I'm here for you and you're not alone. And that's exactly what I saw happen tonight. These women were here. These women in Michigan are here for women around the world, and they're not alone. We're all in this together. And just the possibility of what we can do around the world to change lives is incredible.
My favorite thing is that it's intergenerational. So I love that we have women of all ages. We have women ranging in age from in their 20s to in their 80s.
You have this group of women who are coming together from Ann Arbor who don't know each other. Like at my table, 3 people go to this church. The rest of them never met each other. They're all connected through various things. We're all meeting new people. And friendships are formed. And so I love the fact that you've got people coming with different belief systems, different ages, all kinds of very different lifestyles, yet we're coming together because we have this common goal to care for women who need our help.
Women have traditionally come together in community to solve problems. I mean, since the beginning of civilization. And there's power. Women have a lot of power when they come together.
It's a beautiful experience to be in a room full of women who are talking about something meaningful, sharing about meaningful, important things that can change people's lives. It's just a really powerful way to spend a couple of hours.
Even though we are in college and we don't really always have a lot of money, it doesn't really matter. Such a small amount can make a big difference, and just the fact that we're invited here to be a part of something that so many older people are also doing so much for. I mean, we're a small part of that $9,700, but I think that it still makes a big difference in my life to know that even in college, I can still be a part of something that is affecting the world, and I can be in it with women of all different ages.
It's just been really a blessing to me to be involved with these women that are so compassionate about helping other women, and knowing that, it can make a difference.
I can donate a little bit, you can donate a little bit, we can find a couple friends and they can donate a little bit, and that number just keeps growing, and it does really amazing things for women in other parts of the world.
Just the simple gift of a loan can change a woman's life forever, and that can benefit her children and her whole family. And it made me want to cry when we were giving out money, because it's so amazing. Yeah.
iZosh is simple and it's extremely effective. I think about if I were to try to help someone rise up out of extreme poverty, there's not much that I could do as an individual to help that person. I mean, financially, there's not much that I could do. But when we come together as a community and pool our resources, the impact that we can have is extreme. I mean, it's really the difference between someone living in extreme poverty and someone thriving. And oftentimes communities thriving and whole families thriving. And so I guess the question that I would ask is, why wouldn't you get involved, and why wouldn't you join iZosh?
We have the chance and the opportunity to help other women who in many ways are just like us, but they're across the seas and they're in poverty. We can help them educate their children. We can help them feed their families. We can help them step away from the vulnerabilities of being in poverty by coming together and giving our money, educating ourselves, and having a great time together.